This week's review is of a model not often seen by the excellent Kalibrgun manufacturer. Only this time it's not a bullpup, it's the Cricket Carbine. Hello and welcome to AAR On Air. Just before we get started, take a look at this. Want a Veyron 6-24x44 first focal plane with illuminated reticle scope? How about a limited edition one? Yes, there is one for the offering. Want the chance to win one? Then I'm about to tell you how. Firstly, what is the limited edition scope? Well, when I did the AAR limited edition rifle, there was a scope that went with the kit. Now, anyone who has ever taken the time to produce a limited edition kit also has to provide the scope, etc. But what happens if one has a fault and you only ordered exactly enough? So it's the order of the day to have a few spares just in case. Well, that's exactly what I did, and now, after 0 faults or returns on any of the scopes, it's time to give one away to a good cause. So this, complete with high quality adjustable mounts, will be on the AAR website and is available to members who leave a £2.50 or more donation to the AAR Green Air Project. Every donation gets your name in the hat. More gets your name in the hat more times. You get the picture. This will run for 2 weeks and a name will be drawn from the hat at the end of that time. This is available to the members of AAR On Air website only and is classed as a competition because there is a question that needs to be answered correctly and then you're in. Simple. So, best of luck and thank you for your time. The link is in the drop-down box below. This week's review is the turn of the Kalibrgun Cricket Carbine. Now, I have reviewed the Cricket 2 before on the channel, and I must admit to liking it, and it does have quite a following of shooters who love it, and for a very good reason. Not forgetting, of course, the all-new Snipe, which is dressed up in its tactical style with its straight pull side lever. Again, another amazing gun. Now, as most of you know, I am a bit of a sucker for a more traditional style rifle or carbine with either some laminate or wood. So this carbine is one that would immediately grab my attention. Let's take a closer look, shall we? This carbine is around 107 centimetres or 42 inches long and tips the scales unscoped at 3.1 kilograms or £6 13 ounces. So it's not overly long or overly heavy. From the front then, there is the silenced 14mm threaded 540mm choked CZ barrel. The silencer fitted is very reminiscent of the Virox standard fit silencer and does a pretty good job of keeping the noise down. Below the barrel is the 250cc air cylinder with a 300 bar max fill pressure and a super efficient regulator on board this, so it should be good for more shots than you'll ever need for a night's pest control, or some serious trigger time down on the range. The air gauge is on the end of this and is white on black and oversized, making this easy to read even with poor eyesight. The largest size also makes it easier to read without the need to look down the loud end. The filler port is just behind this gauge and has a sprung-loaded cover that needs to be pulled forward, then pop in the supplied fill probe in the top, and then it's a simple process to top up. Moving further back, we come to that rather nice wooden stock, which has a really nice finish to it. And although no stippling to this forestock, it has a deep groove to aid grip and a long Picatinny rail on the underside for bipods or the like. There is the Kalibrgun embossed logo on both sides in front of the trigger area, and then it flows into the ergonomically designed trigger area safety and grip before moving back to the skeletal rear with its adjustable cheek riser. The grip does restrict a thumbs up shooting position, a point worth mentioning if that is indeed your preferred style. Whilst we're in and around this area, it's worth looking at that trigger and safety. The adjustable two-stage trigger has a really nice broad blade and is beautiful to use. It's quite light and crisp on the release, straight out of the box in fact. The safety is a push-through item, and when it's in safe, it completely locks the trigger. Push from left to right for fire, and right to left for safety. The peculiarity of the safety, it has the ability to slide this out completely. This is to be able to allow you to remove that stock. It's a bit of an oddity, but something you get used to. The side lever is on the right hand side of the ambidextrous stock and is one of the smoothest I've used, to be fair, and has a very defined click on the way back, and it really locks home nicely. Loading the simple designed 14 round magazine into the breech is a case of pulling back on that side lever, then lift and pull back on the magazine lock, hold that in place, and then slide your magazine in. Move that forward, lock into place, and you're away. Now, the magazine locking pin has either a non-rotating first position or a fully rotating second position. Loading the magazine is about as simple as it gets. Simply drop in each pellet into the magazine from the front. Very Viroc-esque, RM8, all the same sort of thing. Just keep dropping them in. You could do this one-handed, to be fair. And once it's all full, then, as we've said, just simply pull back on the lever, drop into place, pulling the lever back first, clock your lever forward, and you're away. Let's get this 177 caliber version over the chronograph, shall we, and see what it's producing. Well, using 8.44 grain pellets, it saw 779 feet per second, which is 11.38 foot-pounds, or 15.42 joules. Time to drop some heavier 10.34 grains in, in which case it saw 707 feet per second, which is 11.48 foot-pounds, or 15.56 joules. Naturally, this is the sub 12 foot-pound version, but there is the option for the much higher power FAC versions if you prefer. Naturally, there is the option for higher calibers too. Time for the target work then. I'm going to fit the new Orion first focal plane scope onto this one because it's beautiful, and we'll see how we go. It's Kalibrgun time. Again, but only this time more of a traditional shape. I actually really like this one. This is the carbine version. It's not too long. It's got a silencer on the end as we speak. It's very quiet, to be fair. In fact, it makes more noise off the stop than it does off the gun. The thing is with Kalibrgun, and I say this is still the Cricket, and the Cricket 2 as well that's been out, people swear by it because of the accuracy. I've popped on this, just an Orion scope, and I like these Orion Maxes. I think they're really good, and they're not overly expensive either. I love the gun. I love the thickness of the trigger on this one. It's a really nice broad. You've got adjustable cheek rest, rubberized butt pad. I know I've said all these things already, but it is a nice gun. It's a lovely gun to shoot and feel. It doesn't feel heavy. It feels nice. It's ergonomic. The grip is. Everything about it comes to hand. It is a really smooth action gun. So with that scope on top and this wonderful skeleton stock, it's time to shoot it. We're going to be down at 35 meters. Note I said we, because you know what? I'm not going to shoot this because I've got that much confidence in this gun and its ability I think we're going to get a non-shooter. Straight out the kitchen. She's not very happy particularly because I've taken her away from the cooking, but she's straight out, she's up for it. She's having a go down at 35 metres. You guessed it, Mrs. AAR. Yes. There you go, gentlemen. That's how easy it is to shoot a Kalibrgun. Now, the gauntlet has been well and truly thrown down. I'd sort of make a change for you to see somebody else do it who really is still classed as a non-shooter. How good is that as far as results are concerned? I would say at that, I think it's back to the studio. Well, again, about what I was expecting. These are known for their accuracy. And of course, with a CZ barrel on board, we shouldn't really be expecting anything else, should we? This is a bit of a different rifle from Kalibrgun rather than the more bullpup tactical style that they're quite known for nowadays. But it's beautiful to use and feels so comfortable. The magazines are so simple and you get two in the box. Drop a nice scope on this and you have a really useful tool for pest control or simply down the range. The price? Well, currently this is around £1,550 UK and feels every bit of that in the quality finish and construction alone. Throw in that accuracy and it's a great package. Not surprisingly, another nice rifle from the Kalibrgun range. I've enjoyed it. Hopefully you have too. If so, please give us the old thumbs up, subscribe and check out the AAR Green Project on the website. The link is in the description below. All the merch can be found on the AAR On Air website and all net proceeds are going into the Green Air Project. Of course, a thank you to you guys who have already gotten on board, and these have been just a few of the names so far, with more to follow. A big thanks to Vector Air for getting hold of this carbine and for all their help as always. The biggest thanks goes out to you guys out there for supporting what we're trying to achieve here on the channel. Please stay safe and shoot safe, and hopefully I'll see you all again next week. Bye for now.